Okay, so I don't exactly know how I want to start this video, mainly because I'm like still learning. I had to take a moment to realize what kind of clarity I've been needing lately. For the past few weeks, I've been having so many different thoughts, and that's normal. And then they lead to questions, and then here goes like the overthinking, and then like this mental fogginess happens, and that gets draining after a while. I've just been in my head a lot lately. It started with me kind of like stressing over like my physical appearance. So I started to randomly start staring at myself in the mirror, like pretty much gazing. Some days I'll be fully naked, sometimes I'm not. And while I do this, I try to give myself silent pep talks. But then for some reason, it's overshadowed with me pointing out every little thing that I consider to be a flaw. My KP, my body hair, semi-dipped hips, my uneven skin tone. I eventually got mad, but then I realized that these things, like these feelings, they come in waves. Sometimes I'm feeling myself and I'm all happy and I'm all smiles. And then other days, I look at myself and I'm just like, girl, what the fuck? If I can just refocus my energy into empowering myself mentally and spiritually, like the things that matter, I feel like it would be a lot more productive and beneficial to like me and my overall well-being. Saying all that to say, a lot of the things I've been doing lately have been helping me, and I guess I just wanted to share, you know. I've started with like weekly meditating, and at first, I'm not gonna lie, meditating just seemed weird, and I was always open to the idea because I don't mind learning new things, but to sit there in a certain pose and all these things, I just couldn't picture myself doing it. My biggest thing is that it's hard to like shut off my thoughts completely. So I started off like using the guided meditations. I'm not gonna front, like I've noticed a difference in just me overall when it comes to my headspace. I try to do at least 30-minute sessions at least 3 times a week, and if I need to. So I've noticed a difference. I know that my ability to focus on things has like really has increased. My stress levels have went down. I find that if I'm in an argument or whatever the case may be, like some type of disagreement, I try to meditate after. I'm very stubborn. I'm really stubborn. So if I can notice something that I may have said something, maybe I didn't deliver in the right tone, or I might have sounded maybe a little patronizing or condescending at some point, I would try to meditate and clear my thoughts, and then it'll help me realize, okay, Kathy, you didn't have to go so hard, you didn't have to say this, you were right about this, whatever. If you guys have seen my previous video about pampering, I'll leave that up here somewhere. I never know which way it's gonna come up while I'm filming, but I'll leave the video up here somewhere in the top of the screen. I spoke kind of briefly about saying positive affirmations in the shower. So since then, I've been keeping it up, not just in the shower, just throughout the day. I do that pretty much daily. I'm just realizing that the way that you speak to yourself and about yourself is so important. And it's made me be a lot more aware of what I'm saying, because, you know, your thoughts become reality and everything. And I didn't really understand that until I started to notice the difference in the way that I was, I guess in the way that things would happen, you know, because you kind of, when you focus too much on something negative does happen. So I have like retrained my mind, or I am learning to retrain my mind into saying more positive things, and pushing those things out into the universe, and not so much of the negative things. Like say, like even the whole self-deprecating humor, all those things, isn't that healthy all the time? And it's funny that we can joke and laugh about ourselves, but to honestly feel that way about yourself is not healthy. It just made me be a lot more aware of my words and my thoughts. The more positive I am, the more motivated I feel. So those things kind of go hand in hand. And it's funny because all of it ties into me using my gratitude journal, which I'll talk about in another video. I guess that's like an added bonus. And honestly, I'm so stubborn. I think this is why this is kind of hard, but I've noticed a difference. So I figured I'll admit that it does work. Eating a little bit better has helped me overall. Like I always start off by saying, I'm going to eat healthier. I'm going to eat less meat, more veggies, less soda, more water. Say that I'm going to do that for a week. And then by day 3, I'm over here like craving carbs and all these greasy foods, and then I give in. But there was a week where I actually did make it. Like I drank a lot more healthy smoothies, not like adding sugar or anything to it, but like I drink like raw veggie smoothies. I even downsized on my portions, like of eating all together. I did feel a lot more energetic. My stomach punch did kind of go down. My sleep pattern was better. Even my mood, like I wasn't as sluggish as I usually am after I eat. But overall, I do plan on having another strong week like that and months like that. But I just have to pace myself. You know, I can't just throw myself into something new when I'm not familiar with it. Like I've been eating a certain way my whole life, and just to do something, cut off one thing to do something else. It's just like it's too much. I don't know, you guys. I promise I'm not trying to be like all extra preachy and sound like I know everything, because I honestly don't. But I just feel like we have to be a lot more mindful when it comes to knowing who we are, what we're doing to ourselves, and I guess the power that we have, you know. I know we're gonna make mistakes along the way. We're still gonna make mistakes no matter how old you get, but what we owe to ourselves is at least to try. Let's just start there. Let's just try to do a little bit better. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. So I'll see you guys in my next one.